The summer air over Catalonia sizzled with more than just heat. It crackled with the sultry tension of a high-stakes market dance. Barcelona, hemmed in by the tight corset of financial fair play, moved with the careful grace of a nimble matador, eyes fixed on every twitch and flourish from the opposing bulls. They could not simply throw money at their problems. Instead, they choreographed a strategy as precise as a well-timed pass in the Camp Nou light. Yet, amid this delicate performance, one question hung in the humid air. How would Barca reinforce its weakest link between the sticks next season? From the first whistle of the summer window, their answer became glaringly clear. Barcelona had to find a new goalkeeper. An ocean of options churned before them, but none shimmered quite like the unexpected pearl lurking in Espanyol's net, Joan Garcia. The moment this chance slipped onto their brochure of possibilities, it gleamed with such intensity that passing it up would have felt like leaving treasure buried on the pitch. What unfolded, however, would chill the blood of Espanyol faithful and electrify Barca's fanbase. Joan Garcia's move was more than a transfer. It was a midnight train that bridged the fiercest of city rivalries. Here was a young custodian who had stomped the turf of RCDE Stadium, now swapping the Perico blue for the Blaugrana. He arrived not as a mere squad addition, but as Hansi Flick's fresh recruit, groomed for a starring role under the floodlights of Europe's grandest nights. Yet, the excitement in Barcelona's corridors echoed with the question, how badly would this sting their local adversaries? Back at Espanyol's training ground, the news landed like a thunderclap. This was not just a punch to the sporting gut, it was a prestige knockout that reverberated through every locker room and office. The club's heartbeat skipped a beat each time someone mentioned Garcia's name. Once a symbol of hope for the Pericos, now a banner for their neighbours. Every staff meeting, every tactical discussion carried the ghostly whisper of his departure. When asked to break the silence, Angel Fortunio, Garcia's understudy at Espanyol, spoke with the raw honesty of someone who'd been sucker-punched. "I didn't know anything," he admitted to Mundo Deportivo, his voice trembling with disbelief. "I knew his level was high enough to go to another team, but I didn't know where he was going." The move to Barca was never discussed and it caught us by surprise. In that moment, the very air between interviewer and interviewee crackled with unfiltered shock. But shock alone could not contain Fortunio's fiery devotion to his boyhood club. Pressed on whether he'd ever don the Blaugrana himself, he unleashed a pledge as colourful as a street mural. "I've been a Perico since I was a kid. We're here and we'll stay here forever. I'd rather go to Jupiter first." His words, sharp, humorous and unwavering, landed like a defiant banner unfurled in front of Camp Nou. Yet, what did he really mean by Jupiter? It turns out Fortunio's nod to Jupiter wasn't a sci-fi escape to a gas giant, but a salute to a humble local team where his gloves first kissed grass. That modest club, a speck in the vast galaxy of Spanish football, held the seeds of his loyalty. Seeds that would never germinate under Barcelona's crest. In that offhand comment lay the enduring rivalry between two neighbours, one dreaming of silverware, the other grounded in local pride. Meanwhile, high above these bickering backstreets of sentiment, Barcelona's executive suite barely raised an eyebrow. The Catalan giants had loftier ambitions than wrestle with Espanyol's wounded pride. Their eyes were already scanning the horizon, ears tuned for the next drumbeat in European football's grand parade. And that drumbeat carried a familiar name, Marcus Rashford. Yes, Marcus Rashford, the Manchester United talisman whose blistering pace and killer instinct have haunted defenders across England, sees Barcelona as his next stage. The deal, whispered to be a season-long loan, rests on the cusp of finalisation. Imagine the English summer wind gusting into Camp Nou, carrying a new kind of roar, one that belongs to a striker born under Old Trafford lights, but reborn amid Barcelona's storied arches. In tracing these moves, you see the broader tapestry of Barca's summer. Tactical finesse in the transfer market, audacious raids on rivals' assets, and an unblinking focus on the road ahead. They have weathered financial storms, navigated local feuds, and still kept their gaze on glory. But as the dust settles on Garcia's cross-city leap and Rashford's imminent arrival, one question remains suspended in the Balearic breeze. What dazzling twist will this summer's transfer saga throw at us next?